Good morning, fellow go-getters. Nam Ratna here with the Go Get It team. GGI Live, episode number 39. We're going to come at you with more value. This one is for you, Mr. Mike Smoke. You requested this topic, how to attract and approach investors for your real estate business, okay? First of all, it's all about taking action, because you know what it is. Dreams are big, but taking action is always bigger, okay? So let's dive right into this. I've been talking about no money down real estate a lot. You know, we don't put money into our real estate deals, and we do that in a variety of ways using different strategies. We mainly focused on buy and holds in the beginning, buy, fix, refinance, rent. We've done a lot of flips. Now we do a lot of joint ventures, and we've done wholesaling as well, where it was a main focus of us for us this year. And in each strategy, there's different skills and ways to do it, no money down, okay? But raising capital for most of the strategies is the fundamental skill that you need, okay? So how do you approach investors when you, and practically speaking for those of you out there that haven't done a lot of deals and you're just getting started, because I was at that point when I first started, and I'm still learning a lot and still raising even more money and improving my skills. But when I was first started, there's really 4 or 5 points that I really want to touch on today, okay? The first one is you need to really understand what your skill set is as an investor. You're going to be considered the active investor if you're going to raise capital, and the person giving you the capital is going to be considered that passive investor, right? But you as an active investor, what is your skill set? What is the value that you bring to the table? You need to clearly define it and understand it. From my point of view, for my business, our value that we bring is having marketing systems and negotiation skills and systems to acquire discounted properties. For flips, for buy and holds, buy, fix, refinance, rents, rent to owns, we have access to discounted properties because we have systems there, okay? So that's a value that we bring. We also have systems and a process that's been proven over the years for managing properties and tenants, right? So that's a big skill set that we have, because a lot of people don't want to deal with property management and tenants and how to deal with maintenance and repairs and all that. We have proven systems in place to handle all that. So that's a big value for us. We also have value on having the right type of network, people with integrity, honesty, transparency, professionalism, okay? So for our contractors, maintenance guys, the realtors that we would use, anyone that's in our network, they're the right type of people, and we're always striving to find the right type of people, right? So that, again, our network is very valuable, and that's the main skill sets and values that we bring. So you need to clearly understand and define that to anyone that you ever approach as an investor, okay? They need to understand what the value you're bringing to the table for them to want to invest with you. The second thing that you really need, the tip that I want to give you, is you need to, once you determine what your value is and what your business model that you're going to focus on for a certain period of time, be it a year or 2 years, whatever, what is that business model that you're going to focus on? You need to understand inside and out the product and the service that you're providing. So whether it be understanding how to analyze a deal and how to present that deal, what's a good deal, what's not a good deal, you need to understand all the ins and outs to figure that out, right? So you need to have all the systems in place, and you need to know everything about the certain community that you're going to be investing in or focusing on. You need to know, the material, where you can get the best material prices. You need to understand how to manage contractors, with scopes of works and all that, right? So you need to show them and know yourself that you have the knowledge and the education and the resources to provide, good service, okay? So you need to have those things on point and in check. Okay, those are the main things. Now, how are you attracting investors and approaching investors when you first start? Like, where do you go and where do you find these people? I tell everyone when I first meet them and my students is use your power base, which is your family, friends, and people that are in your network, colleagues, co-workers, and stuff like that. Make a list. Go out there and make a goal. Make a list of 100 people that you know. Okay? Don't make any judgment on what you think they may, what kind of money they may or may not have. Don't make any judgments. Just put their name down and write it, right? And then you need to, once you have that list, you need to have a system and a process to start mining that list, to start attacking that list. What kind of process are you going to put them through to eventually show them that, hey, you need to commit and you need to invest with me, right? And that could be from what I teach my students, our process, picking up the phone, right? Redeveloping that relationship, setting an appointment, redeveloping that relationship, telling them what you're trying to do, having a credibility packet in place or a video explaining their credibility packet as well, sending that out to them, then having a presentation set up, and then having a process for them to commit, right? There's obviously little nuances within that and details that you have to fill in within that process, but you need to have a systematic process in place that you can take your list of 100 people through, right? And it's not just them. You need to ask, who do they know? Who do they know? Who do they know that would be interested in investing? Okay? And within that system, you have to have certain questions that you're asking people to qualify them, right? Having the right type of credibility packet, having the right conversation with them over the phone with a sense of urgency so that they will actually read that credibility packet, right? Having the right conversation to get people to come to your presentations, and then having the right type of presentations and how you want to position yourself and how you articulate your vision and what you want out of the relationship, right? And then how do you get people to commit? What kind of scripts and things that you have to say, how you want to position yourself after the presentation to get them to commit and get an answer, right? So you need to have that system in place, okay? So you figure out what your value is, you know what your product is, and then you make a list of people and you figure out exactly what the system that you need in order to attack that. And then the next thing that you need is credibility, okay? Now, this is it's very, very nuanced in a certain way, right? Because in the beginning of your career, you're going to be approaching more people, getting them to get to know who you are and really just going after them. As you gain more credibility, you will start attracting more people. But how do you get credibility quicker, in a quicker pace, and how do you get credibility in your first year, okay? There's a multitude of ways. I'll touch on a couple. One is your own brand. Regardless of how many deals you've done in real estate, everyone in this world that we're living in, you need to understand that we are all walking brands. So your reputation, what other people are saying about you based on their experiences in other industries, your current work industry or your current business, what are people saying about you? Do you have that integrity? Do people like to work with you, right? The passion and all those kind of things. Are you known for putting in systems in place in your life and in your other businesses, right? Do you have that kind of reputation? So that's going to help you because you can lean on that and illustrate that in your credibility packet and on your one-on-one meeting saying, hey, in my other industry or in my previous experiences, I've been very successful because I've, had the right core values, I've put in the systems in place, and I bring a lot of my skills in this area is really good, right? And you're going to translate that into real estate. Okay, so your current reputation is very important. Second, and you can lean on it. Second is find a mentor, connect with a mentor, right? A mentor or coach, get to know their systems, learn from them, and implement those systems. And what we do for our students and people that are part of our family is we give them the track record that we have created, right? So we give them like a list of 40 or 50 deals, and they're allowed to put that into their credibility packet. And when they're sitting down with their investors, they say, I haven't done any deals yet, but the mentor that I'm working on one-on-one, I'm working very closely with, I'm implementing their proven systems. This is their track record. And to this date, they haven't lost any capital for their investors, right? So that's huge. So you can connect with a mentor like me or someone like me and leverage their reputation, right? Not everyone is willing to do that for you, but we do that for our people, right? So that's a big thing, okay? So those are the 4 or 5 main tips that I want you to think about when you're approaching the investors. A lot of information. there is a scientific process to it, but then the art to it is how you illustrate and articulate your points. How passionate are you about real estate? How passionate are you about investing in real estate? How much do you believe in real estate? Because I know I do. This is the 100% the best type of investment that you can make. So when I illustrate it to my investors in my presentations, they're going to buy in because they're like, wow, this guy, I need to invest with him because he knows that he has value, he knows what kind of value he brings, super passionate about it, and other people, what they're saying about him and other investors, they're saying good things, so let's do it, right? So that's where the art comes in and how you present. And that comes with practice and learning and really being your authentic self, okay? So guys, I could talk about this all day long. Okay, I hope you got some good value. If you want to learn more, you know someone out there, your friends, your families, your coworkers, anyone that you've met that can jive with the messages that I continue to spew out every day and what I just talked about. They want to get into real estate. They don't have any capital. They want to figure out how to do it. Or you know other people that have capital, want to invest and get started, okay? Tell them to come out to our first Go Get It Real Estate monthly event next Wednesday, April 11th. Okay, I have the link below. You can click on it. You'll get a free gift just for registering. It's going to be a great event. Same kind of passion. We're going to throw tons of information, and the main topic will be how do you get started in real estate with zero capital. We're going to touch on a couple strategies, but focus really on one, and it's going to be great content. Okay, that's it for me, Mr. Mike Smoke. I hope you enjoyed that episode. That one was just for you. Anyone has any questions, DM me, message me, reach out to me, like us on Facebook, and we'll see you on the next GGI Live episode. Remember, guys, dreams are big, but taking action is way, way bigger. So just go out there and go get it.